Almost 10 months to the day when these two teams last met in this building, and it took an extra period. Took an extra about 4 minutes before Kevin Sullivan scored the overtime winner to capture the Creators Cup champions. The defending champions, the Niagara Lock Monsters, faced the team they stole the trophy from, the Ohsweken Demons. As it starts here this evening, we begin a new week in the Canadian Lacrosse League. We bring you inside the Iroquois Lacrosse Arena. I'm Matthew Carrick, sitting in with the rest of our JVI Sports Network crew as we continue our season-long coverage of the Canadian Lacrosse League. The Ohsweken Demons and the Niagara Lock Monsters, if you asked us at the beginning of last week what this matchup would mean, not a whole lot. If we were to be honest with you, the Niagara Lock Monsters winning just their first game of the year last year, and a big reason for that, their first win, last week, Brendan Tainhouse has stepped in and become a pretty good offensive force here for the Lock Monsters in the absence of Corey Fowler and Andrew Potter. Fowler listed on the injured reserve list before the game tonight, and Tainhouse will be asked to step up as the quarterback of the power play. Our player to watch on the side of the Ohsweken Demons, we look at Wayne Van Every, just one game in the books. That came last week, and you can see 4 points in that game. Him and Chris Atwood reunited for the first time. That came last week, like we said. They'll get their second shot to see if both of those two can put together big points. 8 points through 2 games for Chris Atwood as he tries to rise up through the ranks. Tonight, no Tom Montour as he serves a 2-game suspension. No Roger Weiss, a late scratch with an injury after the warm-up, so it will fall to Wayne Van Every and Chris Atwood. Connor Danko gets the start in net for the Lock Monsters as he secured the victory, the first of the season for the Lock Monsters at home last week. A very solid effort. Never seemed to get down on himself. And how about this for a shakeup? Chase Martin. You can see his junior B numbers there. 62-4 is his all-time record. That includes Founders Cup, regular season, and playoffs. A 3-time Founders Cup champion. Unfortunately, couldn't get things done last year, but 4 years of stellar, outstanding play in the net for the Six Nation Rebels earns Chase Martin the start here tonight. We look to get things started here as the officials take the floor. The teams will do the same, and like we said, in terms of the standings, the Niagara Lock Monsters still sit at the bottom with just 1 win through their opening 4 games. We're past the halfway point now. Everything becomes that much more important, and a win here tonight. You can see with an action-packed schedule on the docket for the rest of the weekend, the Niagara Lock Monsters, if they win, could create a huge logjam there for second place, with a number of teams holding down 4 points with 2 wins. But the Niagara Lock Monsters will play twice this weekend. Ohsweken here tonight, and then they host the Durham Turf Dogs on Sunday, and then tomorrow night the Barrie Blizzard will travel to Southwest to face the Cyclops. That one becoming a huge matchup in terms of the standings as well. And like we said, the Durham Turf Dogs in Niagara on Sunday. Steven Stamp will call that one for you. I'll be in Paris tomorrow as we bring you those games, which will round out this week. But the big one here this evening, the Niagara Lock Monsters, the Ohsweken Demons, a rematch of last year's Creators Cup final. We're at the Iroquois Lacrosse Arena, and this game comes your way next. The Lock Monsters make their way onto the floor. The last time they exited this floor, it was with the trophy in hand. As we said, the rematch of last year comes your way next. To have your event covered, visit the JVISportsNetwork.com. That is our website for JVI Sports Network. And of course, at JVI Video on Twitter and JVI Video on Facebook. Our continued thanks go to the Roland Systems Group. Visit RolandSystemsGroup.com for providing us with the majority of our audio and video equipment down there in the booth. So a huge thank you to all those folks and everyone involved with the Canadian Lacrosse League for allowing us to do what we love. The Demons roster getting announced here, and of course they're led by goaltender Chase Martin, the Junior B Rebels standout in the net. Will he be one of the 3 stars of the game? Will it be Connor Danko at the other end? Let us know what you think as this game goes on. Tweet us at JVI Video and use the hashtag 3stars as the starting lineups get announced here in the building as both teams are on the floor. We do have a ceremony in the building that will begin our proceedings here tonight. I believe they are recognizing some of the young female athletes from here in the Six Nations community, and we'll join PA announcer Diamond Jim Lowe up in the press box.
Softball star. Growing up in the Six Nations community of Ohsweken, Ontario, Thomas played her minor softball with the Brantford Bobcats and won Canadian Championship gold medals in 2006.
Another unfortunate loss for the Six Nations community as we pause to mourn that loss, but we look ahead to the future with 9 great female athletes in boxing, softball, and the U19 field lacrosse team for 2015 representing the Six Nations community here. There's a look at Matt Atwood. He will face a couple of his brothers playing for the Six Nations team. He is the head coach of the Niagara Lock Monsters. Matt is record of 1-3 this season. However, he did hoist the Creators Cup and the President's Cup last year as a member of the Niagara Lock Monsters and the St. Catherine Saints. A huge influence in the lacrosse community down there, and they're hoping to get things turned around. Started last week, and they look to regain that momentum heading into this week coming up. 2 huge games for the Lock Monsters, and we'll get to the bench of the Ohsweken Demons in a sec, but it looks like we're getting ready for the face-off. Joel Furman, John Zabo, and Brent McCauley, the 3 officials. As a huge scrum there, Dustin Gatt gets nearly bowled over by Torrey Van Every, but it is drug out there by Gatt of the Lock Monsters, and Kevin Sullivan trying to keep him on the correct side of half as the ball pops out of the stick. Didn't go over and back from Sullivan. And Josh Becker, recently reinserted to the lineup for this week, gets it in the corner. Torrey Van Every pushed outside, and now he falls as he's got Brian Campbell on him. Back for Becker. Travis Hill to the far side. Becker again immediately on him. Coming up was Mitch Dumont. Travis Hill had to take a shot to beat the shot clock, and now Chris Atwood chases down the rebound. He has it. Becker was cutting, but he fell. Tripped on the carpet there, so Rod Squire will direct traffic outside the restraining line as they get a change working here. Majority of the draw team still on for the Lock Monsters, though, as they couldn't get their guys off. So the Demons will keep going. Trying to work his way in is Torrey Van Every. As a low outside shot comes from Danny Weiss. That one gets in on Danko. He's got his first save of the night out of the way, and it comes a minute 15 in. Now the Lock Monsters will get their first defensive unit off. A nice move there by Dylan Lord as Wayne Van Every and Kyle Jamieson collided. Ball works back for Fowler. A pick in front from Arnold. They roll it back for Arnold. A couple side steps to get out of the way of the screen, and Chase Martin, his first 2 professional saves come right back to back after a big time rebound. And that'll be the thing to watch here for the Demons. Kenny Aaron brings it into the Lock Monster zone. Up for Bissell. Mo Bissell just activated along with Becker this week. As we look at the leading goal scorers, the leading point getters anyways, Roger Weiss not in. a late scratch, and Tom Montour will miss the next 2, including tonight's game. Kenny Aaron working the left side of the horn here. They go for Bissell again, Mo Bissell. Up for Ken Aaron. Aaron has a man in front. There's the shot, and it's off the toe of Danko. And they go back the other way as Corey Bomberry shoots that one into the bench. All the way outside now. John Arnold chases the ball carrier. They go down, quick stick on the crease. Danko down to make the save, and John Arnold comes running up the near side. Arnold sidesteps his way over the restraining line. Our player to watch, Brendan Tainhouse, throwing a pick in front of him. Arnold goes off as Tainhouse has it here. They open up the side for him, and he skips it through. It's off the leg of Chase Martin in the back, and we've got a penalty here as Becker got in someone's face. And I think it was Chris Atwood who had words. And not only does our player to watch get his team on the board, but he's also going to pick up the game's draw for game's first penalty here.
18, 16, 19.
Corey Fowler, Devin Sarter
18, 16, 19,
picking up the assists.
77 CLAX.
And there is a look on the bench of the Ohsweken Demons. Mouse Henry, the head coach, 4-2 this season, and an incredible run the last time he was behind the bench with the Iroquois Ironmen winning the 2013 Creators Cup.
Assistant number 16, Corey Fowler, and number 19, Devin Sartor.
So the power play unit of the Lock Monsters takes to the floor. Tainhouse up top. Goes to Fowler. And it was a slashing call to Atwood as ducking and driving is Dylan Lord. And Fowler nailed into the backboards there by Mike Atwood. The ball squirted free. It's in the stick of Mark Vredenberg. Vredenberg and Sarter work the far side. Now Vredenberg with the shot. Mike Atwood rather. Right in on it. Vredenberg works the stick on him. Fowler trying to push him back in. A nice little work of toe tapping there. And Rod Squire tries to lift it over center. Does it just in time to beat the 10 count. Tainhouse was back there though, and he begins the rush back and got it down to Dylan Lord. He goes for Corey Fowler. Across the floor, top shooter, quarterback now for Tainhouse. Tainhouse, his sidearm rises and goes over top of the net off the glass. Picked out there by Rod Squire, and he gets on his horse coming down the near side. Got a man streaking off the bench. Wayne Van Every rings it off the crossbar, and it goes straight up into the rafters. Van Every wasted no time getting out the front door, and a nice job by Rod Squire to see that. There were 2 defensive players back in good position for the Lock Monsters, as here's Van Every starting again. Niagara puts 2 on the ball as they work in the corner, out across the face-off dot there. Van Every just sidearm lifts it in on Danko. Keeps 1 foot in the crease, comes out to play it with the stick, and outlets for Fowler. Gives for Arnold in the corner, Fowler again. The last man of the power play, a little late getting out here, so Fowler will take the quarterback spot. Looks off Sarter, and stepping up was Travis Hill to get his stick on that. Here's an outside shot coming from Mike Melnichenko. Fowler gets the ball. Penalty over. That was the indication from the timekeeper's box that we heard. As John Arnold from the top shoots it, and it just goes over top of the net. Shot clock continues to tick down here. Arnold was drilled by Wayne Van Every rather, up top, and now Fowler falls again. Van Every on him again. I believe it was just a coincidental collision there right at the advertisement on the floor right in front of us. But the ball goes back the other way. Outside bomb from Corey Bomberry. That one hits the back glass. Comes back again. Out in front, Blue Hill. With Weiss going down, he was the late addition. And bench calling for a shot. We're going to get a holding penalty here against the Lock Monsters, though, as the man cut over the front. And grabbing a piece of the shoulder was Connor Eustace. Mo Bissell drawing that penalty as he came across. And this will be a fun power play unit to look at for now, with Bomberry in the top shooter spot on the far side. He gets the pass from Atwood. They work down into the far corner. Keeping the ball over there on the right shooter side. They go Torrey Van Every on the crease. And the man right in on the crease on the far side was Dallas John. Chasing that outlet pass down was Chris Atwood, though. And now they've got a couple guys trapped. 3-on-2 developing for the Demons. Wayne Van Every's pass looking for Dallas John. Pounced off of his stick. He gets the return shot off the shoulder of Danko. Rebound picked up by Brian Campbell. And he puts the brakes on here. He's got 5 to clear that restraining line as they're killing the penalty. As John Arnold looked like he was going to circle the net. Mike Atwood was right there. A nice save. Dropping down low by Chase Martin after Fowler took the shot. Skipped it off the carpet. 10 seconds away from the midway point of the opening quarter. That will take us to the officials' timeout on the next stoppage of play. As Chris Atwood, Wayne Van Every now. Man in front, Blue Hill shoots it over the net. Corey Bomberry can't handle the rebound. Chris Atwood from outside, his sub shot rolls off the carpet, and I believe that may have got in behind Danko off the pipe as the Lock Monsters win the scrum for the rebound. A nice job there by Andrew Tober to pick that one up as the ball dangerously close to getting near that bench where the change was ongoing. Dylan Lord hanging out at center floor is Chris Atwood. Lord tried to go under the stick check of Wayne Van Every, and Van Every picks it up. John Arnold was back with Atwood, but Atwood sneaks down onto the crease. Wayne Van Every takes the shot and scores. Then he's drilled into the backboards, and the Lock Monster player is going to go here. I think it's Kevin Sullivan that's going to draw the penalty, as he doesn't agree. But Wayne Van Every gets up a little ginger, looks like that, as he makes his way off the floor. But what a nifty pass there, and you can see the late hit. As Van
28-77. 22.
Wayne Van Every from Chris Atwood. That's Atwood's 9th point of the season in his 3rd game. Ties him with Torrey Van Every, who's played 4 in his 5th now. So the Demons team definitely waiting for him to come back, as Craig Atwood had the entire name put on his jersey early on in the season, as they were hoping Chris Atwood, I don't know if hoping's the right word, would get released from the National Lacrosse League, but they'll definitely take it as he returns here to the Demons. Craig not in the lineup this weekend, but Chris is, and he's got the assist, and Wayne Van Every drawing the penalty as Kevin Sullivan goes in for a late hit. So a chance here as Danko was down and had to work the dance moves, but the rebound comes right back. 2 setups early on coming from below the goal line extended. Chris Atwood earlier to Wayne Van Every, and now Dallas John the recipient.
44-23.
So just as Chris Atwood ties Torrey Van Every plays it off the backboards. Dallas John in front, and Kevin Sullivan can't go with him. So pardon me, Justin Pitchell was the man that took that late hit, as Brian Campbell and Mike Atwood do battle here. Atwood tries to get it in the back of his stick and can't do it, as a well-timed stick check there from Campbell. as Blue Hill comes in and takes out two Lock Monster players into the corner, and that stoppage brings us to the officials' timeout. We'll do the same. We'll be back, a 2-1 lead for the Ohsweken Demons, midway point of the first quarter. Andrew Tober bringing the ball up right in front of us as play has got back under, and the official very close to blowing that. Thought on a 5-second violation, but the Lock Monsters are back to 5-on-5 strength as Vredenberg spins off a check, works in on goal, takes the shot. Chase Martin will restart here. Him and Kyle Jamison, a bit of a mix-up
2 minutes for an illegal cross check.
as both teams make changes here. Wayne Van Every, the ball carrier, brings it out for the Demons. He goes for Torrey. Wayne in the crease. The arms were raised on the side of Josh Becker, but what a nifty play from Wayne Van Every. He scores in ways that most mortals cannot. As Corey Fowler back the other way, got on his horse at his own restraining line and streaked down the far side. Pardon me, Devin Sarter showing
19,
his speed.
I did not see who gave it to him. Hold on a second.
And the official has got to go check the bench as we just catch the tail end of this one.
19 from 22.
And they'll give Justin Pitchell the assist
19-22.
on the goal from Devin Sarter. So that ties things up here with 5 minutes to play in the opening quarter. Mike Atwood again trying to go after this face-off. And after being dominant for the first 3 seasons of Canadian lacrosse action, he hasn't been as huge for the Demons this year. And it's been interesting watching them throw different guys to the circle as well. Pass out in front, looking for Melnichenko. No one goes after the rebound, so Chris Janice, activated off the holdout list last week, picks it up. Couldn't get a shot, though. Melnichenko's got to take one from way outside. Chase Martin hangs on. And the Demons will go back the other way. Jake Henhock is the backup goaltender for Chase Martin here tonight. As a pick in front there, Dallas Johns. Cutting back across, Corey Bomberry, Kyle Jamison. They work into the corner. Johns was filled in there by, looked like Janice. And that gives it to Fowler, and Corey Fowler comes down the near side. Nobody between him and a huge wall of flame-clad Demons players. So Fowler heads off. Taking his spot up top is Connor Daly. Jamison keeps the ball away from Arnold nicely as he circles the crease. Gives up for Blue Hill. Right at center floor, Mo Bissell has Tober on him. Tober tries to get the stick in front. Did strip it from Bissell. And as Bissell backs his way over the restraining line, they give to Van Every, who gives to Rod Squire. Wayne Van Every got the shot in, and Danko made the save. Connor Daly chasing that one down, as is Dylan Lord. Dylan Lord faked like he had it. Now he gets it back for real. Have Lord over the shoulder, and a weak shot attempt there. It goes well wide of the cage, but into play for it, Connor Daly. And it goes into the corner. Rod Squire, the first man there. Dustin Gatt comes back in. Chris Atwood now. He looks for help off the bench. Elects to go to the restraining line for the waiting Wayne Van Every instead. Back for Atwood to the far side. Here's Kenny Aaron. His shot hits off the shoulder of Wayne Van Every on the way to the net. Bounces off the backboards. Kenny Aaron has to pick it off the floor. Shot clock winding down here as Travis Hill lets a wild one fire wide of the net. Atwood, Chris Atwood picks it up at the top shooter spot, gets it through, and Danko had to make the save. It did count as it reset the shot clock. Play continues here. Picked up by Josh Becker. He gets a quick shot away. Danko the save. And Chris Atwood is there. A couple players were down floor as Brendan Tainhouse took off with the initial shot that stop the shot clock. We were effectively 4-on-4 in the offensive zone there momentarily. As the shot clock's down to 5 again, here's Wayne Van Every, circles all the way to his wrong side. He takes a shot that goes wide, and Becker just picks it up, fires well behind the shot clock, so Mitch Dumont accepts a flip pass, and he'll jog it up over center. Stalking him is Josh Becker. Becker runs into the pick of Chris Janice, though. Dumont's heading off. Pitchell to the net, takes the shot. And dropping down, covering up Chase Martin as Pitchell will run havoc in front of the cage. Out the front door, they find Stu Hill. He streaks across the restraining line. Now he's going to circle the crease with a couple of lock monsters on him. Pace starting to quicken up here for the Demons. Mo Bissell back for Stu Hill. His shot cut up in the legs of Danko, and then Janice in there to drag it out. And pass off for Pitchell again. Justin Pitchell. Dylan Lord, final 60 seconds of a low scoring but fast paced opening quarter here. Just 4 goals, 2-2. Trying to break the deadlock off the wall was Mark Vredenberg, and he was denied. 35 seconds now. See what the Demons can do. Getting it in the stick of Wayne Van Every. He's off for Blue Hill. Andrew Tober was up playing defense now, and they try and get the two big bodies on each other. Wayne Van Every cutting through Blue Hill. Couldn't accept in time to take the shot with good positioning, and 15 seconds it gets flipped down the floor by the lock monsters. Chase Martin out to play for it. He's got to leave it though as John Arnold picks it up in the corner. No restart yet as Arnold now gets it with 10 seconds to go. Dylan Lord, Devin Sarter looks for Corey Fowler in the corner. Becker on him to play defense. There's a shot from Sarter right at the horn.
Score at the end of the first quarter. Demons 2, Niagara.
And cutting through the front, Elijah Printup was there to take it off the carpet out of harm's way. A deadlock at 2. They'll have 2 minutes before the second quarter. We'll take a timeout. Be right back.
Learning College has identified the gap between education and the stressors of the working world. We develop customized programs for each student at an affordable cost. Students can choose from over 30 diploma and certificate programs offered at any of Academy of Learning College's 17 Ontario-based locations. Simply a better way to learn. Learn more at academyoflearning.com. Fire Monitoring of Canada is the leader in the fire alarm monitoring industry, specializing in the early notification of fire alarm signals to the fire department. Our experienced customer service staff will work closely with you to develop the best solution for your specific monitoring needs, and our CFAA certified technicians are qualified to perform your installation quickly and efficiently. Be sure to choose Fire Monitoring of Canada because saving time saves lives. Visit us at fire-monitoring.com.
Mike Atwood, we talked about his face-off struggles in that opening quarter, but he wins it cleanly back to his Demons counterparts to start the second here. And this is the quarter where they do a lot of running. Goaltenders have switched sides, which means the outdoor here in CLAX is the one closest to the goaltender, so a short shoot to get down on the goalies. Chase Martin, in his first taste of Canadian Lacrosse League action, will need to be sharp. Down there in the net to our right. Devin Sarter over for Janice. Becker goes around him. Janice puts the brakes on and cuts back for Tainhouse. They go for Sarter again. Fowler cutting through on his wrong side, takes the shot. Looks like it may have fooled Martin there a little bit, but he does get enough gear on that to keep it in front of him as Rod Squire gets harassed by Justin Pitchell. Chris Atwood sends it over to the far wall. Squire sidestepping his way to the bench. It works back for Danny Weiss. In the corner, Stu Hill. What a slide there, Justin Pitchell to get in on Stu Hill and push him wide. Connor Danko dropping down. That one's close to the line as he gets up, but did not get over. And it's here for Sarter. Evan Sarter, Mark Vredenberg. Vredenberg in the corner for Tober, who's dropped down. Vredenberg there takes the shot. Martin was going down, raises the left arm. It bounces off the elbow but stays in front. Still deadlocked almost 2 minutes into this second quarter. Mo Bissell wheels around, gets to the top, takes a shot. That one hits Danko up high. Looked like it stunned him momentarily, but not enough that he can't get the outlet pass up to center floor. 13 minutes exactly to play here as Vredenberg sidesteps Blue Hill. Now the pick comes from Gat. Gat rolls off, it goes to the net. They look for Dumont up top, and that one's gonna clear the center line and then flipped back over, and the bench wants that called delay of game, but no call upcoming. Here's Dallas John. It's better, but not perfect. Ball comes up for Squire again. Squire, they go Becker. Becker gets drilled there, and a late call. As spinning and firing is Chris Atwood. And headed off is our player to watch, Brendan Tainhouse, one of the more physical offensive players you'll see. And this time, a little too physical, is John Zabo makes the call, a high stick.
High stick.
All right, fans, it's time for Demons Power Play.
So here's Atwood up top. He's been the quarterback since day one. Sliding across was Danko. And Wayne Van Every, 77-28 in your scorebook, has been the call so many times over the years. They tried to do it again, but that one off the crossbar. It did go outside of center, but no over and back as the play continues here. Atwood just misses over the top, and then cutting through Torrey Van Every, a quick rebound. Van Every in front again, it passes him. Atwood with the shot, Danko goes down. Not sure where it is as it rolls into the corner. And picked up by Brian Campbell. He releases Kevin Sullivan off the bench. Corey Fowler, the shot, the goal! As Campbell flattened by Dallas John. Short-handed marker in transition for the Niagara Lock Monsters. And Torrey Van Every
16-23.
continues to have words with Justin Pitchell and a number of the other players. Down there is Corey Fowler. Picks up his second point of the game. Calvin Sullivan, the hero last year, he's got
23-6, 22.
his second point of the season. This is the scramble in front. As you can see, the quick stick work there by Chris Atwood. And then Sullivan was on the receiving end, rather, of the 2-on-1 play last year between him and Andrew Potter. The one that put the trophy in the hands of the Lock Monsters. The first time the Creators Cup left the Iroquois Lacrosse Arena in the Six Nations Reserve. Not something that the Demons are happy about at all, as they've made it their mission this year to get back to it. Down on the scoreboard here with 55 seconds left in their man advantage. You can see just outside of 11 minutes to remain here in the second quarter. Atwood to the far side. Bomberry up top. He goes behind his back. Arnold thought he stole it. Danko with a peek behind him after the shot from Atwood. And Atwood hiding behind the net here as the Lock Monsters head up the floor. No one's gone with Atwood. And Wayne Van Every's back there as well. And screaming from the penalty box is Brendan Tainhouse, asking somebody to get back. And now John Arnold has it, the bench calling for a reset. And finally, their bargaining does work. As chopped down there was Fowler, and he gets up trying to stretch out the back as Danko on his horse gets through. Tainhouse also entering the fray as the extra attacker is on as Tainhouse penalty expires. Melnichenko from outside, he gives for Tainhouse. In front for Fowler, there's a scrum in front there as Pitchell drilled Chris Atwood. Atwood back to have words with Pitchell. And Atwood gets the glove in the face mask. Atwood's definitely going here. Pitchell making the long walk as Wayne Van Every with a couple stick taps. And Pitchell going as well. He was getting some love all the way down the floor. As Pitchell's been shown the gate here from Brent McCauley.
77 block. 2 for slash, 2 for rough. 22. 2 for unsportsmanlike, 10-minute misconduct, game misconduct.
So the natural progression, 2-10 in a game for Justin Pitchell on sportsmanlike calls. And then Chris Atwood, 2 for that, and 2 for a high stick before that. And you can see Pitchell looked like he wanted to walk away, but I guess something must have been said down there. And then something was definitely said at the door, which picked him up the 10. And Brent McCauley heard something else probably directed in his direction. 2-10 game. And the Lock Monster bench, who has to play 2 this weekend, are down to 15 men on their bench. Matt Atwood does not like that call. Here comes the initial penalty right there as the stick gets high on Corey Fowler. That was the 2 for high sticking. And then the little pop to the chop from Chris Atwood got him 2 for rough. And then Pitchell, 2-10 game, and see, the initial signal from the officials was draw ball, and now they just award the ball to the Demons here because the last penalty, they say, was the 10 and the game to Justin Pitchell. So the last penalty causes the ball to go to the Demons here. Travis Hill trying to fake his way around Brian Campbell. A nice job by Campbell to get away from a pick. As they go down low, Torrey Van Every pushed outside by Sullivan there. This pair of 23s do battle. Torrey circles around, gets open, allows him to pass to Squire. Travis Hill has to chase that one down. It's going to go over and back for the Lock Monsters. They change on the fly as Fowler, first man there to touch up. And cutting through, Vredenberg reaches around Chase Martin. That looked like it was in. We'll have to get another look from our replay there. The bench agreed. We'll see what the Demons can do with another opportunity here. Lock Monsters thought they had gone up by 2 goals. But the official says no, and the 4-on-4 play continues down the other end. Elijah Printup shoots it into the padding of Connor Danko, and he outlets Dylan Lord. Vredenberg again flying down the near side. All alone in front. This time, Martin has his say, and no doubt about that one as the arm came out. Ball on the far side. Arnold looks for Gat. Gat tries to wheel around the near side. Nice little fake move there. Put the brakes on and then cut back. Caught Stu Hill out of position. As all the chances on that play coming from the near side, the left side of Chase Martin. In 12 seconds, the minor to Justin Pitchell will be out of the box, but Danko wants to get another 4-on-4 chance here down the floor. Dylan Lord, top corner. He continues his hot streak that started last week with 6 points in their game in St. Catharines. That comes with 3 seconds on the clock, so a 4-on-4 goal officially as Danko picks up an assist. And where's the ball there? That lands in front of the line, but where does it go after that? This will be, can you run it ahead here, Alex? No. That ball does stay out. A great call by the official down on the floor as a power play here for the Lock Monsters as Chris Atwood remains in the box. Tainhouse fakes the shot from up top. The ball was down on the crease with Lord. Tainhouse with it for real now. He goes for Vredenberg. Sarter. Down for Vredenberg now. They've got Tainhouse in front. There's the shot from Vredenberg. It comes right to Tainhouse. He gets his second of the game on the power play.
Number 18.
And there's the one from Dylan Lord. Not much to dissect there as Connor Danko with another beautiful pass. As here's Vredenberg. That one just beats the shot clock and an unlucky bounce for Mike Atwood, Rod Squire, just between them and off the arm of Chase Martin. Brian Campbell, Mike Atwood, ring around the rosy here as they both try and win the face-off, and Atwood gets the stick right up on Campbell. He's holding the face mask and drops down to one knee, can't get up. And Mike Atwood will head off here as they were involved in a huge battle.
With the fan with frisbee number 28, please go to fan services.
You can see feet, hands, sticks, all kinds of work being done at that dot. Atwood wasn't happy with his treatment, so came back with what can best be described as just a cross-check into the face mask, and 7:23 on the clock will take us to the officials' timeout. We'll also step aside and we'll be back as the Lock Monsters will come back with a power play. They're up by 3 as Campbell gets looked at here by the training staff. Back at the Iroquois Lacrosse Arena, Tainhouse quickly tries for the hat trick there from the outside, and it bounces off of Chase Martin. The shot clock now starts going, so a couple extra seconds here for the Lock Monsters as they are on a power play. Mike Atwood in the box, and a nice job with the active stick. Kyle Jamieson, he sprints down the floor so he can get the extra attacker on before the restart. Nice heads-up job there by Dylan Lord, but Lord almost ruined it trying to pick off the pass, looking for Van Every. Now he does pick off the pass. They've got Vredenberg behind everybody. He gets it on his horse now. What a job there. Sprinting down the floor by Danny Weiss. Pardon me, a new addition to the lineup in the last couple weeks. Danny Weiss getting his first taste of CLAX action. Just one assist in that game last week. And Sarter from the outside, that somehow squeaks through Chase Martin. Make it 6. In favor of the Lock Monsters, and the Chase Martin experiment seems to be over as Jake Henhock will come back. Through Henhock's tenure in the Canadian Lacrosse League, he's worn the white with the green brimmed Rochester Nighthawks bucket. Brand new black with red brim here today. Oh, perfectly placed shot by Sarter. Tried to get Martin on the run to his left, and he did so. So that brings Atwood out of the box. Him and Campbell, rather, renew their acquaintances at the dot, and Atwood back to work in a big way, dropping Connor Eustace and then kicking his stick away, which went unnoticed by the officials as the draw team of the Demons gets off the floor. 2-on-1 shaping up here if they can get the ball, and Eustace turns it into a 2-on-nobody as the last defender back. Welcome to the game, Jake Henhock. Makes the next save. Henhock, a veteran of the National Lacrosse League, his 3rd season here in CLAX. A very calming presence, what should be for the defense. as very solid in that net, but he can't handle the rebound. Melnichenko right in on the doorstep, and then he's going to pass it away, though. Back over. Pair of 66, Blue Hill and Connor Daly both put the brakes on. There is the record for Jake Henhock, 2-0 so far. Just north of a 9 goals against average, which pretty good for this league. Scoring has been down all the way over as Tober gets there, does touch up. What a job by Tober, as that would have been a 3-on-1. But the Demons getting there first. Tober was trying to chase that one down to get the advantage for the Lock Monsters. Just unable to do so. Lock Monsters setting up now. John Arnold in front. He takes the shot. Again, no Demons anywhere near the offensive loose ball, so it's just shoveled up the floor. And Atwood's given 120 feet worth of space. And Danko says, that doesn't matter. I'm going to stone you with the right arm. 4.5 to play here before we head to the rooms. A 4-goal advantage for the road team. As Lord sidesteps his way from the other side, looking for the outside shot. Vredenberg comes into play for the loose ball. Print up there as well. They've got Wayne Van Every this time now. The outlet with him is Tainhouse, streaking down the near side. Blue Hill with Fowler on him, though. And Van Every shoots that off the backboards. Janice at mid-floor. He's there to pick up, turn it into a 3-on-1. What a good job there, hustling back from Ken Aaron to get in a defensive position. Behind everybody, Mike Atwood. They look him off, though, with the cavalry arriving, so he heads to the bench. And they'll get the offensive boys out here. Dallas John. Travis Hill's going to dig it out of the scrum after Torrey Van Every's errant pass. Van Every gets it back, though, and makes amends with the goal right out in front of Danko. Leading goal scorer on the Demons with his 9th of the season.
23-47.
As Travis Hill picks up his 5th point of the year. Danko a little confused on the follow-throughs here so far tonight. There's a couple times he's dropped down and looked behind him, as he did so again on that goal. This one can't win it much cleaner than that for Atwood. He's still got it in the back half of the stick, though. So he goes off for Travis Hill. Still with the face-off stick in his hand. This here's Hill. Denny Weiss. Torrey Van Every spins away, takes the shot. That one off the stick of Vredenberg, knocks it into the crease as the ball comes back there for Danny Weiss. It was Travis Hill, rather, and one motion, Josh Becker tries to get the shot away. That one batted back down the floor. They're being pretty lenient on the delay of game calls here tonight. On both sides are the officials. There's Andrew Tober. Thought it was a fake there for a second, but ball was in his stick with Travis Hill harassing him. So the pass comes off for Sarter. Shooting lane closes quickly, opens up for Mitch Dumont, though. And Dumont with the save, Henhock. It goes into the corner, pulling it out. Fowler, Dylan Lord looking to intercept again. But once again, it turns into an opportunity back the other way. Tober with a man on the wall. They work near side for Chris Atwood. Bit of a give and go here. As we're, Stu Hill not able to find it, and what a play there. Corey Bomberry looks down to the crease. Sold the shot all the way.
69.
The no look. And what a play. Wayne Van Every's 2nd goal of the game. From Corey Bomberry. And follow the bouncing ball as that one threaded through the huge pass from Corey Bomberry. We've seen over the years his hard outside shot. Atwood thought he had the face-off. It's picked up again. Brian Campbell did step over center, got rid of the ball before the rest of them carried over though. So Melnichenko up for Janice. They try the pick and roll, but not rolling far enough was Sullivan. So a loose ball dug out there by Eustace. Eustace, Sullivan. Far boards walking off there. Janice with the shot. It goes off the shoulder of Henhock for Melnichenko. He drags it through around Blue Hill. Nifty little shot there. It does stay in front of Henhock, however, and the Demons will get a chance. A minute 15 to go. And Wayne Van Every jumped early. And the bench of the Demons
Illegal substitution.
gets a substitution minor here.
82.
So 112 with a 6-4 lead. The Lock Monsters will go to the power play. We keep our eye on Danko. He remains there. Keep our eye on the coaching staff. No timeout call yet.
Demons penalty number 82, Stu Hill. 2 minutes. Illegal substitution. Hill, 2 minutes.
Van Every went to sit,
82. 82.
but instead of 28, they're looking for 82. Stu Hill, the in-home player, so that switch happens behind the play. But back the other way, Dylan Lord puts it in after they work the entire horn. Sarter, Fowler, Dylan Lord. And it ends up in the back of the net.
From 16 and 19.
Evan Sarter with a quiet 3-point night, along with Corey Fowler. Sarter, Fowler, Lord, Mesh. That one crosses in front of Jake Henhock and finds the top corner on the far side. And we said it last year that Dylan Lord, once thought of the most hated man in CLAX, may be back. And he's definitely picking up where he left off on Sunday. Rod Squire, his pass attempt off the stick of Dustin Gatt. No signal for the timeout yet from the Demons bench. Rod Squire. For Wayne Van Every, we've got a tie up in front. The ball arrives on scene as Josh Becker pulls it out. That was Torrey Van Every and Dustin Gatt. Now Gatt takes a bit of a shot, and Danko looks for the outlet pass up into the rafters. Bench calling for timeout. Wayne Van Every was just about to unload with a 2-on-1 with Rod Squire. That timeout was signaled immediately by Mouse Henry. And the bench. Here's a look at Danko and Mitch Dumont and the Niagara Lock Monsters players. Henhock goes over to have a word with Chase Martin. We'll see if he stays there, but here's the importance of this game. If the Niagara Lock Monsters can win, the 3 teams in front of them, all of them in action. Of course, this is the 5th game of the season for the Demons as well. The Lock Monsters in a position to close in on first place here this weekend with everybody in action. Niagara, the only team that'll play 2 times. But Southwest can pull away as they face Barrie tomorrow night. And of course, we put a cap on the weekend with the Niagara Lock Monsters and the Durham Turf Dogs, as they will do battle at the Meridian Center in St. Catharines on Sunday afternoon. Mark your calendars, get your laptops, your computers, your tablets, your iPhones, your devices ready. A huge weekend on the schedule of the Canadian Lacrosse League as we start to think about playoff drives for all 5 of these teams. Down the floor, just wide of the cage, was John Arnold after the play broke up from the Demons, and it was wide, but it still remains a 3-goal lead as we head to the rooms here for the Niagara Lock Monsters.
Calling all youth lacrosse players.
They ended the debut early of goaltender Chase Martin. Connor Danko continues to be strong on the other end. 15 minutes to think that one through. Take a break, folks. We'll do the same, and we'll be back for the 3rd quarter.
Calling all youth lacrosse players, come play like a pro with Junior CLAX. Want to play winter box lacrosse in the same great venues as the pros? Well, here's your chance. CLAX operates a winter box lacrosse league for kids. Divisions range from U9 to the Prospect Division or U18. Teams are located in Barrie, Ohsweken, Niagara, Six Nations, and Paris, with games being played on the same days as the pros. Be sure you get yourself registered today, as the season starts January 2015. For more information, please visit CanadianLacrosse.com and come play like a pro. St. William's Nursery is Ontario's largest native plant nursery and is committed to biodiversity conservation. We offer a large selection of high-quality trees, shrubs, grasses, wildflower, and seed, all which are grown from a source-identified, wild-collected seed. Visit us on May 2nd and 3rd at our annual spring public sale. Choose from a beautiful selection of species, all at special wholesale pricing. Visit us at stwilliamsnursery.com for details.
Discussion on the floor between Mitch Dumont, Travis Hill, and crew chief Brent McCauley, veteran official. Couple penalties to end that session, but for teams with histories like these two, a relatively quiet game in terms of what happened in the penalty box. The scoreboard reads 7-4 in favor of the Niagara Lock Monsters. Let us know who you think the 3 stars of the game should be. Tweet us at a JVI video and use the hashtag 3stars. A couple goals on the night for Dylan Lord, one of them on the power play. Same story for our player to watch, Brendan Tainhouse. 3-point nights for Corey Fowler and Devin Sarter, both a goal and 2 assists. Wayne Van Every's got a pair of goals and a pair of points for Torrey Van Every, 1-1. As the discussion carries over to the Demons bench, Mouse Henry in the ear of John Zabo. Joel Furman at center floor gets the face-off underway, and as expected, Mike Atwood from the back of the stick takes the shot off the back glass, and he's going to bypass the bench though. They almost sent one out, which would have been another too many men penalty against the Demons, but a nice job there by Tony Stiers to grab the back of the jersey. Connor Daly works it down low. The cutter's Andrew Tober, and the goal. 33 seconds in. The Lock Monsters now doubling up.
32 from 66 and 92.
From Connor Daly and Mark Vredenberg, who now has a pair of assists.
32, 66, 92.
So a quick start here for the Lock Monsters. And if you joined us late, Jake Henhock in the cage for the Ohsweken Demons. A loose ball push against Torrey Van Every gives it to the Lock Monsters. Chase Van Every chased in that opening quarter. This shot bounces off the backboards all the way down to Chris Atwood. He looks to see how much time he's got. It's a ton, and it's enough. As it's 8-5 now, the ever-present Chris Atwood in that offensive zone. How many times have we seen this in the Canadian Lacrosse League over the years, including the first ever game in CLAX where he had a natural hat trick in 52 seconds. Danko bit on the first of 3 fakes. The second one got him further out of position, and the third one found the back of the net. First minute of play here in the second half. We've already got 2 goals. Eustace gets driven into the boards from the back, and Joel Furman says it was a turn. Closest official was Brent McCauley. He also said no, as this is still the battle for the faceoff. Blue Hill comes in, takes advantage of the 6-foot rule and drops his man, as that was a physical battle for the faceoff, eventually won by the size of the Ohsweken Demons.
I had my hand down, it wasn't.
that face-off battle took longer than it took to score 2 goals in the opening of this period. Right out in front, and the Demons on a roll. Mo Bissell.
19.
Checking notes here, I believe the first goal and point in the career of Mo Bissell. And they do, in fact, send the ball to the bench. As here's a look at that hit from Eustace. The officials called it a turn. And now the goal started by Blue Hill. What a job to tip that back as all the Lock Monsters started to break back the other way. And Mo Bissell, career goal and point number 1. As the face-off awarded to the Lock Monsters. And just like that, it's a 2-goal lead for the Lock Monsters after they started things early. Trying to work out of the near corner. It's Connor Daly. He passes to the far side. Picked in front is Dylan Lord. This is John Arnold, the ball carrier. Has that stripped by Wayne Van Every. Chris Atwood sprinting through the middle. Vredenberg trying to catch up. He does. Shot still gets away, though. A sub shot from Atwood. And then he camps out in front of Danko looking for the steal. And all the Lock Monsters hang back as the ball goes deep in Ohsweken territory, but with Wayne Van Every and Chris Atwood back there, they're taking no chances. Van Every doesn't care as he walks out to the face-off dot, takes a shot over top of Andrew Tober, and that one just fooled Danko.
I had 28.
And in his young career, he's been susceptible to runs. Has Danko, and getting a bit frustrated, but no adverse reaction there. I just watch Van Every walk out and they give him too much room to shoot. That one finds top corner. And the face-off here, Dustin Gadd beats Corey Bomberry. Fowler takes a hit, makes the pass, looking for Tainhouse, but that hit coming just as he got the shot away. Bomberry gets it back now. Hat-trick goal for Wayne Van Every. As they work back, bearing down on Danko once again. Bomberry winds and fires wide. Not sure. It looked from the moment he took that, it was going to go wide. Back for Christian East, though, and oh! The right pad just gets down in time for Henhock. That was rolling towards the goal. After making the initial save, Bissell can't handle the outlet pass from Henhock. So Mitch Dumont takes it up for Eustace. He goes Kevin Sullivan right in front of the Lock Monster bench. So they make a couple personnel changes as he runs by. Melnichenko drops sub shot and scores right in front of Henhock. As Melnichenko gets his first point.
27 from 23 and 6.
27, 23, 6.
Connor Eustace, his first point of the game, second assist of the night for Kevin Sullivan, and Mike Melnichenko
27, 23, 6.
has that ball flipped into the bench. So career first now for Mo Bissell and Mike Melnichenko. Melnichenko spent a lot of the first period summer season hurt.
Assisted by number 23, Matt Sullivan, and number 6, Connor Eustace.
Able to make it back for the start of the season and then lasted all of about 6 minutes. Here's Connor Daly. 2-goal lead restored for the Lock Monsters, looking to make it 3 again. Was Tober again hanging out in front of the net now. Everyone comes to play on Ken Aaron, Vredenberg, and Connor Daly. And Aaron, a nice flip pass to Josh Becker. 3-on-3 in front of Danko. Van Every looking for shooting space. Likes to pass off for Torrey Van Every. His shot goes off the boards. Picked up quick, spin and fire from Wayne Van Every, and an outlet bomb coming from Danko. Just misses the rafters, and it's over the head of Dylan Lord. When he falls, he's going to draw a late penalty. And it'll be a push there, and then a swing of the stick from Danny Weiss as he gets back in the face of Dylan Lord. Now Lord goes after Vice, gives him an extra chop, and Dylan Lord definitely going. As Dylan Lord was looking for the initial penalty, it looked like.
Goaltender. 2 minutes.
And happy birthday from the Ohsweken Demons.
The initial slash went to Jake Henhock, and then words between Travis Hill and Dylan Lord sends Lord to the box.
Wrestling the pros and rep your pro lacrosse team.
Ball starts up top. The second penalty was to the Lock Monsters, so the Demons will get the ball. Up for Wayne Van Every here. Works it over, in on the crease, the shot coming from Bomberry, and the save from Danko, and again, he looks up the floor.
33 for goalie.
Setting up their four-man unit is the Lock Monsters. Sarter ducks under the stick check, gets the half shot in on Henhock, and they've got a man in behind everybody. The shot from Wayne Van Every, and Danko dives on that. Trying to scoop it out again was Van Every. But the paddle covers up, and Danko releases Fowler down the far side. Fowler backs away from Becker now. Corey Fowler looking for help off the bench. Janice in front looking for Fowler. It rolled out of his stick. Back to play for it was Henhock. 44 seconds remain in the 4-on-4. Becker cut back to his left and caught Fowler out of position. Fowler ended up falling at mid-floor. Here's Chris Atwood. Atwood, Blue Hill. He takes a sub shot off the left leg of Danko. And now we're down to 20 seconds of 4-on-4 remaining. Mo Bissell in the corner. Blue Hill at the restraining line. They work the near side. Chris Atwood. Atwood loads up and then releases in behind the net. The axe was out for Connor Danko. The arm is up from the official. He took 2 whacks at that loose ball. Neither of them hit the ball. He got one away, and the second one's going to send. I was going to say Connor Danko, but it'll be his substitute for the slash. So both goaltenders now picking up penalties in this game with 1 second on the clock. Boxes are open for Stu Hill and Dylan Lord. 4-on-3 now turns into 5-on-4. Oh, that was too many for the Lock Monsters, but the officials were looking the other way, and moot point now is the goal scored. 8 seconds into the power play, Torrey Van Every.
23 from Wayne Van Every. I don't know his number.
And Wayne Van Every picks up the assist. As you can see, right down on the crease. Torrey Van Every picks up his second goal of the game on the power play. And they call Mike Atwood for covering up.
Van Every from Van Every. Let's go, Demon.
Here's Chris Atwood now slowly making his way into the restraining line. Connor Eustace spying him, looking for the pick from Rod Squire. Atwood to the far side of the floor. Mo Bissell moving pick in front. Blue Hill gets too physical on Brian Campbell. And they go back the other way. Here's a look at that goal that just barely squeaked over the line in behind Danko. Mark Vredenberg into the corner for Tober. Tober for Daly. And quick stick move there for Vredenburg. A nice job, Chris Atwood, getting in the way there, so Vredenburg couldn't release. Had he caught the ball anyways. And now Vredenburg too far outside to get a shot away. The horn sounds, 7:24 on the clock. Officials timeout with a 1-goal lead for the Lock Monsters.
I got my head down the whole time.
We'll also take a short timeout, and we'll have the second half of the third quarter after this break. Gone here, it started with Josh Becker. He wheels around the far side just as he got to the crease. It popped out of his stick. Wayne Van Every, Corey Bomberry, an aggressive pick. And over the shoulder shot from Torrey Van Every. Danko makes the save anyways. Brian Campbell, Josh Becker fight over the loose ball. Now Connor Daly joins the fray. Still no one able to pick it up as it rolls away from the Demons players. Brian Campbell right in front of his own bench. Has it in front now. Torrey Van Every comes to lay a lick. And what a job by Campbell diving through, but he batted it back into the stick of the Demons players. Travis Hill had thoughts of shooting, but now he's going to pull up. Dallas John to the far side. It gets through a couple defenders and Connor Danko. We've got a tie game at the ILA. Looks like Kyle Jamieson on the goal. This is the save before that on Torrey Van Every. And then we went down the floor for a huge battle. Travis Hill puts the brakes on here. And watch the far side of your screen as Kyle Jamieson is going to break off his coverage.
Scored by number 6, Kyle Jamieson.
Gets himself some shooting space, lets her rip, and ties things up at 9.
44, Dallas John. Jamieson from Hill and John. We're all tied up.
Dallas John now has a 2-point night, a goal and an assist. 2 points for Travis Hill, both of them helpers. As Jamieson, he's not happy with just one. Again, puts the brakes on, creates shooting space, but closed up nicely there by Fowler. And now Jamieson's going to head off, as will the rest of the line. Wayne Van Every looks to the corner. It comes back for Chris Atwood as the big boys are out there now for the Demons. Atwood to the restraining line for Bomberry. Kenny Aaron, they work down low. Wayne Van Every, his shovel shot rather, skips just wide. It did hit Danko on the way by, so Aaron, who came across the restraining line to play it, goes back for Van Every. He'll wait for Torrey to get on the floor. And Torrey in front, look for Bomberry, and that one took a funny hop off something in front. And Danko had to raise the right arm in a hurry. Torrey Van Every chases down Corey Fowler now. And Fowler stopped for a second, and that froze Van Every, went around the corner. But just as he went to shoot, the ball rolled away. Melnichenko keeps the play alive. Over to Daly, the shot off the leg of Henhock. And Daly was drilled just as he let that one go. It was Wayne Van Every, and Van Every's been tagged for an elbowing penalty here. So knotted at 9s, just under 5 to play. The Lock Monsters go back to the power play. It was right outside the restraining line, sliding over to get the check. I guess the officials saw the elbow slide up there.
Penalty number 28, Wayne Van Every. 2 minutes for elbow. Van Every.
As here come the Lock Monsters, setting up. And again, the ball out of the stick of Fowler as he winds to take the shot. Jamieson has it. Trying to get over center. The ball bounces there on its own now as Rod Squire with it. They've got 5 to cross the next restraining line, and nice heads-up awareness there by Squire, who has played in a number of different leagues. That one goes out over the restraining line again. Squire realizes that, and you can see the knowledge that Rod Squire has to not only recognize the 5-second rule, but the over and back, as he didn't play on the ball. He just went back to play defense here, and he was the first man in position for this Lock Monster power play chance. Sarter, Fowler, threads the needle for Lord. His no-look shot saved by Henhock, and now kicked ahead by Lord. So Tainhouse Quarterback man is Fowler. His low shot bounces off the leg of a Demons defender in front. And now Tainhouse and Fowler looking to get it. It's Lord for Tainhouse. Shot through a maze off the dasher into the rafters, and that'll give the Demons a chance. You can hear their bench calling for them to lock on, as they don't want any shorthanded opportunities here. Josh Becker. He gets drilled into the board. Sarter falls now. That opens a lane for Becker. Travis Hill backs up. John Arnold, very nice job of stalling here along with Tainhouse. As Josh Becker with the ball, that'll run out the shot clock and take the penalty time down to 5 seconds as John Arnold comes out. Arnold over the restraining line into the corner. Janice is there waiting for it. And we're all even down on the floor. Penalty kill for the Demons. Melnichenko looks to the near boards. Connor Eustace in front. Janice turns and fires. That one off of Van Hoek, picked up by the Lock Monsters just as the siren goes. But they'll reset here. Melnichenko for Janice, and then the bucket comes off of Travis Hill, and he's down on the carpet and hurt. His stick went flying first, and then the helmet, and still struggling to get up right now. He does get to his feet. The back stolen by Chris Atwood, and the finger waggles back. First time we've seen that this year.
Number 77.
From Chris Atwood.
77.
Make it a 4-point night now for the double sevens. And the finger waggle in the celebration. He's done this so many times. This is the previous goal, though, from Blue Hill. And the active stick in the passing lane, as he's done so many times through his career. And to be in the mind of goaltender Zach Boychuk as he watches that one go behind him, and Dustin Gadd is drilled up top. He gets up though, and he's gonna head off the floor here as Travis Hill returns back to the floor. We understand we had an interruption in our broadcast signal here, so there's 1 minute and 5 seconds remaining in the third quarter. The score is 11-9. The only real goal that you missed was Blue Hill, which is what we showed you as we came back on air. Zach Boychuk took over from Danko at that point. And as soon as he entered the game, Atwood picked off a pass, winning on goal, and now it's a 2-goal lead for the Ohsweken Demons after it looked like all Lock Monsters to that point. Lock Monsters on a power play now as Vredenberg down low takes the shot. Him and Sarter trying to decide who's going to take the loose ball. It will be 92. Up for Sarter now. Dylan Lord playing quarterback here. They go for Sarter again. That one rattles around. Looked like there was room in the 5-hole as we're final 30 seconds here of the period. Demons still killing a penalty here as Wayne Van Every goes for Corey Bomberry. Bomberry stops in the corner. Looks back for Van Every in front, and his cheeky little shovel pass there gets in on net. Boychuk the save though. Dylan Lord. Corey Fowler get aggressive on Van Every, and I don't know how that's not a moving pick. It's a high stick though, coming against one of the Lock Monster players. And that'll mean the fourth quarter will start with the Demons 55 seconds, 4-on-4, before they'll take a power play into the final frame. That comes your way on the other side of this timeout This is Canadian Lacrosse League action on the JVI Sports Network. Well, there he is, ladies and gentlemen. Most outstanding player a couple times, most valuable player, a 3-time All-Star, and boy, are the Demons happy to have this back in their lineup. Checks a couple times, and he welcomes Boychuk to the game with his trademark finger waggle. Connor Daly looking to do his best Atwood impression. Not quite a breakaway, though, as he gets down on Henhock. For the final time tonight, the goaltenders have switched ends. Henhock in the cage to our left. And Boychuk remains in the net to our right. 2-goal advantage here for the Ohsweken Demons. Taking over late in that period, it was Dylan Lord right at the buzzer taking a high sticking call. So in 20 seconds, the Demons will also go on the power play as Tainhouse picks it up and comes near side. Mitch Dumont slams on the brakes as he gives off. Our players to watch, Brendan Tainhouse got 2 quick goals. Wayne Van Every a hat trick with another assist as Melnichenko runs into a man there, and that was a huge collision as they look up the floor. Danny Weiss spins and fires. Dallas John, the trailer, comes in to clean up as it comes back for Wayne Van Every. This is a power play now for the Demons. As Van Every slowly past the face-off dot. They've got 5 on the shot clock now. Couple picks in front. Atwood, the last man off the bench. They give it to him with tons of room to shoot. And he just picks a corner. Atwood now with 5 points on the evening. That's his hat-trick goal. Over the right shoulder of Boychuk. Same spot he went to on the breakaway. Chase Martin got the start if you joined us late. He was replaced by Henhock in the second quarter. Connor Danko got the start for the Lock Monsters. He's replaced by Boychuk here. And it's 12-9 in favor of the home side. Reminder, we'll be looking for your 3-star selections at JVI Video. We've had some great goaltending performances over the last couple weeks. I don't think a goaltender will be on that list here tonight. Dumont and Stu Hill collide, looking for the loose ball. There's Mo Bissell. Coming in past the restraining line, he goes back outside for Blue Hill. Hill finds Aaron sliding over. No one goes with Blue Hill, who takes the shot. It was high, goes off the glass and bounces back for Bissell. Bissell already with a goal, and oh, what happens there as he shoots around Gat. Boychuk went low, and that one rose up above the shoulder. This should be a great look, as you'll be right in line with the shot. This is what we all saw in press row. Keep your eye on the top of the screen as that one changes direction mid-flight. A high skill shot from Bissell, and Connor Danko is going to return to the net here. As not a great night for Zach Boychuk, but a very good one for Bissell as he picks up his second goal of his career and of the night. Connor Daly goes after Travis Hill, chases him all the way outside the restraining line, almost to center. But Hill's going to stop and turn now. Becker, he was looking for Torrey Van Every in front as they were trying to beat the shot clock. Vredenberg picked that off, had to tiptoe around the crease as he went around back behind the net. But now he brings it back up over center. Crossing the floor as they come for John Arnold. Arnold, a bounce pass for Tainhouse. In front, Fowler dodges a stick check and then gets filled in as he takes the shot. It's caught up in the equipment of Henhock. And the Demons will go back. They've stretched it to a 4-goal lead now, have the Ohsweken Demons. A hit there from Gat coming off the bench. Pops the ball free for Tainhouse. He goes for Dumont. Dumont, no looks for Melnichenko. Faked the overhand shot, went back low. And on the overhead shot, the 5-hole opened up. Melnichenko's got his second. As the race is on here to see which rookie will get 4 goals in there after getting their first of their career, Melnichenko or Bissell. Tainhouse now with his 3rd point. As Mitch Dumont gets his first point of the season. Not counting goaltenders, Dustin Gatt and Brian Campbell, the only 2 lock monsters without points in this game, as they've done what they've done since they joined this league, which has spread out the ball, let everyone touch it a few times, and a whole number of points all across the board. Kenny Aaron, Tori Van Every faked it over the shoulder, and Danko comes in. Just like that, we're back to 4 goals again.
23, 72, 27.
3 hat tricks on the night for the Demons. Wayne Van Every, Chris Atwood, and now Tori's got one as well.
72, 27.
As Rod Squire gets an assist, and Kenny Aaron. 2 players on the Demons getting their first points of the night. That check looked to come a bit high. Danny Weiss backed his way over the center line right in front of the official. No over and back called there. As there could have been a penalty as well, so I like to go both ways, I guess. Out in front, there were 3 players with feet inches away from the crease, and they looked off all 3 as it pulled out of the pile there by Chris Atwood. He takes the shot on Danko. Lifted up here, and Wayne Van Every steals that. He goes for his partner in crime, Chris Atwood, back for Becker. Josh Becker, Kyle Jamieson. He returns for number 4 in the corner. He turns and fires. It's off the back wall. All the way to the restraining line for Jamieson. Becker over the shoulder as the hit was coming. Pressure piles on here with 5 to go on the shot clock. There's a pick that allows Dallas John to walk out. And the rebound grabbed by Devin Sarter. He's got Dylan Lord in the offensive zone with him, but it's a 2-on-3 now as the Demons rush back. And the lock monsters, Dumont. Fowler cuts back and no lane to shoot from, but Sarter's got room. So he lets that one go off the backboards, and it's going to go over and back. So Dumont will jog back into the defensive position. Ball up to the restraining line now. Bomberry over for Kim Squire. Squire dancing away from Connor Eustace. Back for Bomberry. He rifles a shot. That hit Danko. He looked to be stunned, and now he falls. Just gets the stick on it. And Danko's still down in the cage. He adjusts the face mask as he's still sitting down there. Melnichenko tries to dive through, but a push on the back from Printup gives the ball back to the lock monsters. Danko appears to be all right. Down in his cage as Janice for Melnichenko. Melnichenko's pass tipped there off the stick of Ken Aaron. So Janice comes back. Melnichenko, a sub shot. Goes in on net. Melnichenko, Mark Vredenberg. Vredenberg, Chris Janice. A pick there for Fowler. Fowler gets some business returned to him as Melnichenko had it out in front. And running down the floor, Mo Bissell. Bissell stops, spins back. He sees Janice coming and turns to find Dumont there. And Janice is going to chase him back into the corner. Vredenberg's tied up with somebody as they want Melnichenko in a defensive position. That ball tipped as it was passed out. This one's going to bounce off 2 panes of glass and go over and back. So the Lock Monsters will come out. We'll start down deep in the corner for the Lock Monsters. And not much doing there as it rolls in harmlessly on net, up for Kyle Jamieson. Jamieson, Ken Aaron, sidestepping his way in, faking the shot was Bomberry. He had Sarter all over him, and it's Sarter popping it loose and trying to outlet for Dustin Gatt. He couldn't hang on, but now he's got it, zigzagging his way to open floor. Gatt flips for Mitch Dumont. In officials timeout territory here as Dumont shoots it off the stick of Aaron. Gets in on Henhock, makes the save, and the Demons work out. First pass is to the open door where Rod Squire receives. Inside the restraining line, Torrey Van Every goes for Chris Atwood. He bounces it off the carpet in front of Mitch Dumont. It went off the back glass, comes all the way up for Wayne Van Every. He's got room to work with on the near side, gives for Torrey. Fakes one way, goes the other. It's in behind Danko. 2 goaltenders, no different. As the Van Every show is here at the ILA tonight.
23-28.
Those are some big fakes. Right in on net as Torrey gets his 4th goal of the game. And Wayne with his 5th point. A 6-point night altogether for Torrey Van Every. 5 points on the night for Chris Atwood.
Torrey Van Every. Assisted by number 28, Wayne.
Really nobody on the other side of the Lock Monsters single-handedly doing anything. It's been a team effort to get those 10 goals, but they're going to need to come up with 5 more here in the second half. And then chopped down in an extra shot as Fowler was on the ground. And that's Danny Weiss who lets the official know what he thought, and Joel Furman takes the official's timeout. We'll sort out the penalties and the scoreboard. Oh, double penalties. An extended power play for the Lock Monsters on the other side of this break. Tonight's broadcast brought to you by the Canadian Lacrosse League and JVI Sports Network. To have your event covered, visit jvisportsnetwork.com. And of course, our good friends at the Roland Systems Group. RolandSystemsGroup.com gives us all the cool toys we get to play with when we come to work. One of the best jobs ever watching lacrosse, and our thanks to Roland, the Canadian Lacrosse League, and of course our wonderful JVI Sports Network crew giving you the sights and sound from CLAX all season long. Dylan Lord's quick stick shot on the 4-minute power play. He tries again. One was wide, one's high, and that's going to result in a shot clock violation. And the goaltender's ball as they start with Henhock. And the Demons now will do what they can to start killing this one off. A 5-goal lead, 5:40 to play in this all-important game in the season of the Niagara Lock Monsters. A win here will put them back in the race. The 3 teams that they would be tied with would have a game in hand in the standings battle. But it would definitely go a long way as that comes outside the restraining line. Demons killing a penalty. That goes over and back. John Arnold backs his way in now. Ball on the carpet picked up by Chris Atwood. He looks way down the floor, just out of the reach of Rod Squire. Comes in for Danko. He tried to pick it up. It goes back for Squire, though, and he shoots wide.
7-6-6-1-4-3.
Oh, boy, a rough night in the crease for the Niagara Lock Monsters as they start with Danko. He gets lifted for Boychuk. Boychuk gives up 3 goals on not very many shots. So Danko comes back in and immediately greeted by 2 quick ones, and now the ball rolling out of his stick. As Janice behind the back to Fowler, they go back for Tainhouse. He's looking for the hat trick after getting 2 quick ones and then just getting rid of the ball. Was the Demons player there, I believe, Ken Aaron, before getting pushed back in the crease. Sarter, Corey Fowler. Oh, cut in. He took a little bit of a pass fake, which froze Henhock and opened the side. Corey Fowler on the power play. Shortens the lead to 4, but not long ago, it was the Lock Monsters that had that 4-goal lead. Chris Janice with an assist.
16, 19, 21. Jim.
Along with Devin Sarter,
21
who's
is not on there.
quietly putting together a nice night. One of the Lock Monster players on the back as Torrey Van Every runs over Connor Eustace. As no one saw it, the bench in the ear of the official, as is Eustace. But here comes Dylan Lord. Lord grabs the stick of Becker with no call as Blue Hill comes down the floor. It looked like the mid-floor official was going to call that, but he was just signaling for the reset as Becker sidesteps his way in. Pardon me, it's Mo Bissell spinning off a check. Takes the shot. How about a hat trick? The night he gets his first career goal, he adds 2 and 3 with a number of moves.
19.
And I believe all 3 have been unassisted. Let's get another look at this beauty. As he's going to spin, turn, off balance, fire. Mo Bissell making a case to stay in the lineup.
Demons goal, his 3rd of the game, scored by number 19, Mo Bissell. Unassisted.
Give him a hat trick on the night, 5 goals. Now is the lead. The clock becoming the enemy of the Lock Monsters. Dumont there, chased down by Travis Hill. They're going to send the cavalry, will the Lock Monsters. It comes over for Fowler. Corey Fowler, Melnichenko was cutting through. Jets couldn't hang on. So it comes back for Fowler with 15 on the shot clock. He's kept outside there by Wayne Van Every. Dumont comes to pick on him, so Melnichenko, the shot just goes high over top of Henhock, who did go down. And here come the Demons in, Torrey Van Every. Shovel pass, and we've got a player down in the crease. We'll have to check our replays to see what happened in the Demons' end of the floor. But it's a goal back the other way, Torrey Van Every.
Number 28, Wayne Van Every.
23 from 3 on the goal. Okay. 16 White. 2-minute slashing canceled by that goal. Okay.
16 White was Corey Fowler, so I guess that answers our question of what happened in the crease. But here's Torrey Van Every from Elijah Prince. But all eyes right now are right there in the crease. Looks like an 8 on the back of the jersey. The only 8 in the lineup with Roger Weiss out would be Wayne Van Every.
There's also penalty to Niagara.
As he's getting a lot of attention here. It's a collision. Just looks like he hits him awkwardly. And I think out of the frame there was an extra shot, which causes Van Every to go down here. And
Fans, give a round of applause for Wayne Van Every.
That looked like it caught him.
Wayne already working on a 16.
The way he's reacting, the upper chest or maybe the throat area. So, bit of a scary moment there as Van Every goes off.
There was Niagara delayed a penalty before the goal, number 16, Corey Fowler, 2 minutes for slashers. Penalty waved off by the goal.
So 2:43 to go. The
Demons goal, his 5th of the game.
goal differential now sits at 6.
Corey Van Every. Assisted by number 3.
Van Every remains at the attention of the trainers.
It's 17-11.
As Eustace and Travis Hill go after. 2 players went after Travis Hill, who looked like he was trying to dig out that ball. It squirted free over to Ken Aaron.
72 from 47.
Ken Aaron on the goal now. From Travis Hill, he's got 3 assists on the evening. There's another look at the play to Wayne Van Every, and all eyes go to Travis Hill. No one.
His first of the game, scored by number 72, Ken Aaron. Assisted by number 47, Travis Hill. Aaron from Hill, 18-11. Demons, you're being treated to the highest scoring game in the league this year.
We've now seen the most goals scored. It was 14. We've now gone past that to 18 as the Lock Monsters try to claw back here. A skip shot from the outside for Vredenberg in on Henhock. As Ken Aaron. Josh Becker in the corner up for Blue Hill. There's a jousting match in front of the crease here. As Josh Becker, his sidearm shot. Goes in on Danko. Becker has it again, looking for the cutter. And Blue Hill can't hang on. Josh Becker has it bounce around by him. Dylan Lord back to play for it. Becker as well.
Play in the 4th quarter.
And Lord looking for it. Last minute of play here. Back for Tainhouse. Gets away from him, the fastest man in there, Devin Sarter. He showed his wheels here tonight. Sneaks through there and ends up with a loose ball as he got around Mitch Dumont as well. Dustin Gatrod Squire on him. Shot clock's gonna go though as they get it over for Dumont. And 18.6 on the clock. The Demons will have to clear center, but after that, the rest is academic. With a 7-goal disadvantage on the board. That will run the Demons 2 points behind the Southwest Cyclops. That shot bounces off the bucket of Dustin Gatt, but fans at the ILA will once again go home happy as the Ohsweken Demons have come away with the victory. And a less than stellar night for the goaltending tandem of Connor Danko and Zach Boychuk. Appears to have put the defending champions behind the 8 ball. They will have a second opportunity this weekend to pull in that tie. Not all of Barrie, Ohsweken, and Durham were the teams ahead of them, and all of them with Ohsweken winning here tonight. do have a chance to win. The Demons have done that. They sit at 6 points. In behind the Southwest Cyclops with 8. The Barrie Blizzard can move with 6, and of course if the Durham Turf Dogs can take out the Lock Monsters on Sunday, they'll also have 6. So the pack moving farther and farther away from the defending champions at this point in the season.
Thank you, fans, for coming out to support your Ohsweken.
As that's a dejected group heading back to St. Catharines.
Check out our final regular season home game on Friday, March 6th at 8
And their captain was in the building and
remember to follow us on social media.
looking forward to the warm-up.
Facebook and follow us on Twitter.
Brad Favero remains on the injured reserve list. Hopefully back in action sometime soon, because this team is missing his offense. Our third star of the game could have gone to a number of players, including Jake Henhock, who may have changed the game when he came in favor of Chase Martin, but we've gone with Wayne Van Every with his 6-point night. Him and Chris Atwood have renewed their dynamic duo as Atwood comes away with the second star. A number of breakaways to go along with the 3 goals he scored with 2 assists. And the ever-present Chris Atwood is back in this league, looking to climb up the leaderboard. And our first star of the game, he's been there a number of times so far this season. Also from the Ohsweken Demons, Torrey Van Every, a 5-point night. One of them on the power play, 5-goal night, pardon me, at 7 points. And of course, that third star could also have gone to Mo Bissell with his first ever career goal and the hat trick, as he could have had 5 or 6 as well tonight. Mo Bissell making a case to remain in the lineup, but a number of goal scorers as our camera pans around to the CLAX Community Center, where we'll be just a little under 24 hours from now when the Barrie Blizzard will travel there to face the Southwest Cyclops.